The picture-perfect start. Maya grew up in what seemed like the perfect family. Her parents, Sheila and Marcus, were the kind of couple that held hands at church, hosted family dinners, and sent her to school with handwritten notes tucked in her lunchbox. She had an older brother, Jalen, who was her protector, her best friend, and her biggest tease. Everything looked perfect from the outside. But when Maya turned 13, the cracks started to show. The fracture began with whispers at night and slammed doors. Sheila became distant, her laughter dimmer, her eyes tired. Marcus was hardly home. He'd leave early for work and come back smelling like expensive cologne that didn't belong to her father. Jalen changed too. He grew quiet, angry. He started staying out late, skipping school. One night, he came home bruised, his hands bloodied. When Maya asked, he told her to mind her business. And then came the fight. It was a Saturday morning. Maya was trying to finish her homework when Sheila found messages on Marcus's phone. Messages from a woman named T. What started as yelling turned into objects being thrown. Maya watched, frozen, as her parents screamed years of resentment at each other. By the time the police were called, Marcus had already walked out the door for good. The family split like a tree struck by lightning. Sheila fell into depression. Jalen dropped out and moved in with friends. Maya's sweet, hopeful Maya tried to hold the broken pieces together. But she was only 14, and tired. Eventually, she moved in with her grandmother. Secrets and scars passed. Maya thrived in high school despite it all, but she carried the weight. In college, she started therapy. That's when the truth began to unravel. She learned that Sheila had been hiding a gambling addiction. She learned that Marcus didn't just cheat, he had another child. And she learned that Jalen had gotten into trouble not because he was rebellious, but because he took the fall for something their cousin had done to protect the family name. It made Maya angry. It made her furious. But more than anything, it made her determined to stop the cycle. The confrontation after graduating college, Maya called a family meeting. She invited everyone: Sheila, Marcus, Jalen, and even Marcus's other child, a 12-year-old girl named Tiana. She didn't yell. She didn't cry. She told the truth. She told them how their silence and secrets affected her, how she still loved them but could no longer carry the burden of pretending everything was fine, how she forgave them not because they asked, but because she needed peace. The room was quiet when she finished. And then Sheila stood up and hugged her. Jalen apologized for pushing her away. Marcus cried for the first time in Maya's life. A new 3 years later, Maya owns a small nonprofit that helps young adults from broken homes get counseling and educational support. She invites her family to her events. Sheila now speaks publicly about mental health. Jalen works at a youth center. Marcus shows up for both his daughters Tiana and Maya. They're not perfect, but they're honest. They show up. They love loudly now. And sometimes, after dinner, they plant trees together at Maya's nonprofit garden, a symbol of the family tree they chose to rebuild, one root at a time.